Hello everyone, it's Steve with Aptera Owners Club. There has been some recent excitement atop the leaderboard of the accelerator program. This is a short video that was put together by Tom, and he's put it on our Discord channel. But it gives like kind of a graphic day-by-day rundown of the leaderboard of the top 25. So you see DC showing up here at 11, and he's quickly going down in the ranks. And then he hangs around 16 for a while. But you see here that RP from Maryland was atop the leaderboard for quite some time at $1 million. And it seemed like no one was close to dethroning him because there was a huge drop off into the 400,000s. And then as you get to 400,000, then it tightens up a little bit. And then there's another drop off to like the 300s. Upper 200s, and then it's pretty tight from there on down. So most of the investments are like upper 200s and below, and then it gets tight. But then there's a big jump to the 400s where there's two people, and then there was no one even getting close to $1 million. And then just in the last 2 days, this is what happened. All right, so let's talk about that. And here is the official Aptera leaderboard here. You see here RP from Maryland, who was atop the leaderboard for the longest time, and we thought he was just going to stay there. I seriously thought that no one was going to dethrone RP from Maryland. There is DI from California, and looks like if you look here, this individual invested 3.989,498. Seems like a very odd number. So I don't really know what happened here, but anyways, looks like he invested another 10,000 just to get on the leaderboard just a few days ago, and he's in there with basically $4 million. There's another DI that shows up in position 3. There's no state or country, and I wonder if these two are actually the same person, because what is the likelihood that someone with the same initial would invest this amount of money into Aptera? I think that's pretty unlikely. So I believe, my guess is that this DI and this DI are actually the same individual or the same entity. It's possible that this is not an individual, but maybe a group of individuals, or a like a hedge fund or something, or some investment fund, or maybe like a family office or something like that. Because this is a significant amount of money. If it's this two together, it's $5 million from one individual. Now, the sort of bad news, I guess, on our end is that the amount invested by these two large investors, or possibly one large investor, and of course I think it's one large investor, is that there's only been $20,000 extra that's been put into the pot to help with current funding needs. But this person, RL from California, this is a completely new investor who decided to pitch in $500,000 on August 14th, 2023. So welcome to the club, Mr. RL or Mrs. RL, or RL the entity if you're not an individual person. This RL from California obviously maybe did not know about Aptera before, because that's my only thought process as to why they would have invested now. I think if someone knew about Aptera before and they had this kind of funds, they would have invested earlier. And I think, because I don't think that there's been any big breakthrough or milestone reached by Aptera recently that would say that someone that's known about Aptera for a long time, was on the fence about investing this kind of money, would have made them say, pull the trigger and say, yes, now I'm going to put $500,000 into them. I think it's more likely that they just found out about Aptera and recently, and then they decided to invest. Let me know in the comments below if you think it's someone that's been sitting on the fence and there was some milestone that they saw recently that made them decide to invest. And if you think that's the case, what was the milestone that made them invest? Because I personally don't see it. I mean, there was a milestone when they got the dies made. They showed that video of the dies being made at CPC, but that was like a few months ago. And so why wait until then? So I think that this is someone that found out recently, and that means that maybe these marketing events that Aptera has been doing, going to that Tesla takeover, or the Del Mar Fairgrounds, or going to that World Cup of U.S. Open of surfing. Maybe those things found this investor, which means that was great because that helped them raise $500,000 and to get us closer to production. Okay, so very exciting. A lot of changes in the top 5 position, and we thought that there would be no changes and RP would never be dethroned from the #1 position. But here we are. We've been proven wrong. So maybe there's some even bigger investors out there that we don't know about. Maybe some people have invested even more than $4 million in the past, but just haven't put in the $10,000 to show up on the leaderboard. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.